the message that I would like to give to youngsters, one is I want to compliment them, because I see that young people are very bright, very enthusiastic. They look at things very critically. So that's a happy situation to be in, and a promising one at that. But at the same time, I would like to urge them to respect difference of opinion. Okay, I mean, because we are different from one another, so we may think differently. I may not agree with what you say, but you have the right to say it. So it's respect for the other person, for other person's opinion. That is important. And another message that I would like to give them is, there's a word in Hindi, जिसको कहते हैं संयम. I tell my daughter also. So I'm being little, a sort of a parental advice more than a professional advice, I would say. I find that to be a beautiful word. Sanyam. It's what they call restraint.
Yeah.
So that's important. Sometimes what we do, I see some young people do that, is that they are, sometimes they become very mercurial. Okay, so if you are happy, you are like on one end of the spectrum, and suddenly something happens, somebody doesn't, do the way you think, or perceive things the way you are, then they would go on the other side of the spectrum. A little bit of self-restraint would, I think, do people good. To the girls, I would say it is very important, to be financially self-reliant. I think that is very important. One way in which this, we've been talking about this power differential.
Yeah.
One way in which this will change is once the women become self-reliant. Because I have, in my professional career, I've seen a lot of women who, if they're going through a bad marriage, they feel themselves to be trapped. They may be suffering domestic violence, but they feel they have nowhere else to go. They think that their parental family may not have sufficient means to support them, and they may say ki okay, nahi chalao, jaise bhi hota hai. So then the woman feels trapped, because she thinks she is dependent on somebody who is being abusive towards her. And if she is self-reliant financially, then I think that will help her to come out of maybe this situation. So I think it's extremely important for women to be self-reliant. Very, very important. So that's my message to women. And I see a lot of women, taking up higher studies and taking up professional courses, but down the line, many of them choose not to take up a job or or be financial, which is okay. She's entitled to an opinion, and they of course, it's their life, they have to choose what is best for them. But generally speaking, I think it is important.